Here's a deeper look at how I achieved this lovely rainbow under eye look. This is probably one of my favorite looks to date. So let's run through the products that I used and talk about how I got to the final result. This look was inspired by the beautiful Nazra. You can't speak about creative makeup without mentioning her name. She's one of the goats for real. Starting off by prepping my skin using my Danessa Myricks water powder serum. You know the drill. Also used my Universal Balm from Danessa Myricks as well. And then I finished off with my Jelly Grip primer from Beauty Bay. I've really been loving that combination as of late. I feel like my makeup comes out a lot smoother when I use those three together. To carve up my brows, I used the Hourglass concealer in the shade Teak. If like me, you have a neutral undertone and you're looking for a new concealer, I would definitely recommend Teak. I know some people say that the Hourglass concealer creases a lot, but that's kind of like with every concealer, no? And yes, I know this is kind of a jump scare, but trust the process. I was looking for the lightest concealer that I had to use as a base for the rainbow colors. I really wanted to bring some warmth back into my face, but I actually don't have a liquid bronzer, so I ended up using my e.l.f. concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate. And if you have any recommendations for bronzers, please let me know. I know that Say are supposed to have some really good liquid bronzers, so I might give a couple of products from that brand a try. Quick side note, don't know if it's just me, but I'm kind of bored of my makeup rotation. I've been using the same products for some time now, and I just really want to try something new. But it's just like, I don't know where to start. Maybe if I try some new concealers and use that as my starting point and then kind of go from there. And because we were doing a rainbow look, I thought it only made sense if I did an orange blush. I love orange blush on me. It's just chef's kiss. And yes, it's official, I use powder puffs now. I can't believe it. These ones are from Trigwell and they are literally the softest powder puffs I've ever felt in my life. I had to buy another pair for the giveaway. All right, now for the fun part, we're going to add some color to the mix. This is the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. So shout out to one of my followers who actually recommended this. You did your big one. And just to let you know, I didn't use that pink, by the way. I ended up using some of the lighter pinks from my other eyeshadow palette. And that was mainly because I wanted all of the colors to be on the pastel side of things, which that shade of pink wasn't given. So I ended up using some of the other products that I already had. Here, I'm really just going back and forth between the colors. I think one of the main things that I struggled with was the blend. I really wanted the blend to be as seamless as possible. So this part of the look probably took the longest just because I was being super meticulous about how I wanted each color to marry into each other. And once I was satisfied, I ended up adding the cherry on top, which is this orange blush from Trigwell. Absolutely stunning. I know that you can see my face is looking a little bit shiny, so it's time to set my face. I was literally thinking to myself, do I set my entire face, including where I put the eyeshadow, or do I just do the surrounding area? Anyway, I ended up not setting underneath my eyes. I did a red winged eyeliner. I then jumped on live quickly and someone said that I should do some pink shimmer, so I ended up putting some pink shimmer, and this is the finished result. If you enjoyed this tutorial and this look, make sure you let me know in the comments. Bye.